Come on.
It's Shane today who's looking for a second date update, and we're here to help him out. Hey, Shane.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Morning. What's the story with Nikki? How'd you two meet? Let's start there.
So, I met this great girl online, and I took her to Ruby's downtown, and I thought I treated her really well. Actually, I know I did. I bought her a $300 bottle of wine. We ordered Wagyu steaks, so good. Had some sushi, and then, of course, we had to have the Ruby Vuitton for dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So I know she can't complain about dinner.
Yeah, that would be a difficult dinner to say anything
So
negative
far, I'm
about.
still dreaming about it.
How did you actually move after?
Yeah.
Rolled out
That's a
past
lot
the
of
lion
food.
to the valet.
So it wasn't just dinner. It was like dinner and a show with a whole, Ruby Vuitton presentation that they do and all
Love
that.
the Ruby
table set.
Vuitton.
Fancy.
Yeah. All right. So that was a cool night out. Well done.
Yeah, and I know I'm a good date, and I present well. I was well dressed. And I consider myself to be a pretty good conversationalist. I'm in sales after all, so it comes pretty naturally. So I, talk about anything. I know she had to feel like I was paying attention to her because I was. And I honestly just can't think of anything that I could have done better at dinner. So it's just so weird that I haven't heard back. And after dinner, we still had a couple drinks. Then I called us an Uber Black because neither of us could have driven home. So, I went to her house with her. I walked her to the door. I kissed her on the cheek. I didn't make any big moves or anything crazy. I was respectful, very, gentlemanlike, just like my mom taught me when I was growing up. And I don't know. I'm just not used to this, honestly. Usually women are anxious to see me again. And I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm as interested in her as I am. That's why I called you guys. She's just a little more aloof than I'm used to. And even after the date, I sent her flowers. I sent her 3 dozen roses the next morning to her work.
Damn, dude.
Maybe it was just too much,
This
dude.
is a
Maybe it was a
lot.
little over the top.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, how much dough have you put into this?
Great
Wow.
intent, but maybe a little over the top up front.
She might have been a little bit more of a simple girl, and you overwhelmed her.
Yeah, more of the Bob Evans type.
Yeah.
I mean, but what woman doesn't like roses? So after that, I
Seriously.
just called and texted a few times, but nothing. I haven't gotten any responses. And it's like the curiosity is just killing me. So I just am hoping that you guys could try something to get some answers.
Is this your MO? I mean, when you take a woman on a first date, do you go all out every time, or was there something about her in particular that made you want to really take it up a few notches?
I mean, any woman that I'm into, I'll do this, but I felt like we hit it off right from the start, and I wanted to treat her well. So generally, I do this to, all women I'm interested in.
Okay.
Well, we can definitely call her. I just think it depends on the girl. If you were going to go on a date with Jen, the intel I would give you is 2 words: noodles and company.
Noodles and company, but if you want to spend a bunch of money on me, we can certainly stop at James Freed Jewelers or hit the Nordstrom Shoe Department.
There you go.
You
I
know,
mean, just think of all
we
the
could
stuff
go
you
to
could
the Louis
get.
Vuitton
Yeah.
store.
Between
Yeah.
the roses and the...
You want to drop
and
that
the
kind
meal?
of check.
I mean, that's where I'd rather you blow all your money on me.
Well, I'm thinking, what is date 2
Yeah.
after this, full-on date 1?
Yeah,
Well,
you set
that's
a
when
standard.
he super romances her, and there are rose petals all the way from the front door to the bedroom where all the candles are burning and all that.
Or they
business
jet
is
set
happening.
to New York.
That's right. He could get her on a private jet. And
Yeah.
they could,
And date
yeah.
3 is 2 for $7 at Arby's.
You
Yes.
got it. Because once you get some, that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah.
They stop working so hard.
Yeah, maybe we'll just lay low tonight. All right. Well, we're just messing with you, Shane.
Yeah,
It could
we're
be
playing.
one of 1,000 things. She could just be busy. We don't know, but we're going to call her up. Obviously, you know how to have a good time. I certainly would have enjoyed that date. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll call Nikki and we'll see what she really thought of you and her date with you, and if there's any hope of you two going out on a second date. As Second Date Update continues next with Jeff and Jen, Cincinnati's Q102. This is Shane and Nikki went on a date, and boy, he pulled out all the stops. He took her to Jeff Ruby's downtown, bought a $300 bottle of wine. They got that $75 Ruby Vuitton purse cake thing where they come out and it's they got the dry ice and it's a big presentation. It's very cool and it's an amazing cake. And he made sure they got home safely. Took her home in an Uber Black. I mean, the guy's got a nice sense of style, which I appreciate. And if you can afford it, that's great. It might have been a little overwhelming for her. Hard to say, but typically, at least according to Shane, he doesn't have any trouble getting women to call him back. So is there something else going on, or some other suitor who's jet setting her off to Dubai for dinner? Hard to compete with that, but we're about to find out. Unless there's anything else you think is important that we need to know before we make the call, Shane.
No, I think I told you guys pretty much everything.
All right, let's see what she says. Let's call her up.
Hello.
Hi, can we speak to Nikki, please?
Yes, this is.
It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
Good.
You got a few minutes?
Yeah.
We got you on speakerphone. Hi, Jen.
Hi. How are you?
Shocked, a little shocked, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, thanks for
That's
picking
allowed.
up. We appreciate that. We got a phone call from your friend Shane this morning who was telling us about your fun date. And I got to tell you, that sounds like you guys had a blast.
Wow, that guy. He is very impressed with himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God.
Is it what we thought it was?
Expand on
We were
that.
wondering if you were a little overwhelmed because it did sound like he pulled out all the stops for you.
Oh my God, I was like internally rolling my eyes the whole night. He talked about his Tesla that was over $100,000 and his Rolex that he spent $40,000 on and his new condo downtown that he hired a decorator for and gave her a $150,000 budget for furniture. Like,
Wow.
I mean, there was a dollar amount given to every single story that he told. And I mean, like, listen, good for him. Like, he's obviously doing very well for himself. He's worked really hard and he likes spending it. That's cool. But like, come on. It was just obnoxious, you know, like, was he trying to impress me? Like, I don't know. It was just weird.
See, our theory was when he was describing the date, he didn't throw out, well, he did throw out a dollar amount on the bottle
The
of wine.
$300 bottle of
Oh,
wine.
now that you mention it.
Yeah.
No, what was in our mind was like between that and the roses and everything else, we thought maybe it was just a little bit overwhelming and you're more of a,
Simple girl.
I hate to use the word simple, but
Low maintenance, easy.
lower maintenance,
yeah.
right?
I mean, listen, like every girl likes to be treated well and everything, but it was just like the monetary explanations of everything. I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. And like, there's something really attractive about being humble.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've known one particular man I know comes to mind almost immediately that does this, that throws a dollar sign up against everything that he talks about. You know, whether it's something he's bought for his kids, whether it's something to do with his house, always about his cars. Yeah. And it's always kind of weird. It's kind of like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. That's a thing in Denmark. My mother-in-law is Danish, and she talks about how the culture there is very like, you don't brag, you don't show off.
Yeah.
The kind of showiness that Nikki is describing is just not culturally acceptable.
Yeah, he should go to Denmark with all his money.
Yeah.
So why do you even realize that you're doing that when you're doing that? I mean, do you purposely point out how much your car cost and your watch cost and your decorator costs? Is this something you're just talking and it just, you don't think anything of it?
First of all, I don't know why Nikki's complaining. Like, I took such good care of you. And if we dated, there'd be so much more of that. Like, I've never had a woman ever complain about how much money I had before. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I think you totally missed her point.
I'm not complaining about the amount of money you have. I'm talking about the way that you talk about it. Like I said, it's totally cool that you work hard and you're successful. Good for you. But I don't need to know how much you're spending. I don't need, like, it's tacky to me.
This is all new. All I can say is this is all your loss.
That's fine. You know, like, listen, I really appreciate the date and all the effort that you put in and the roses and the everything. It's just, not my vibe.
Yeah. Was it so distracting that you didn't even really feel like you got to know him at all or really know much about him other than his financial situation?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I know this other person who, like, has a connection with lots of celebrities and they always name drop. And it's like, as cool as it is that you know these people, like, I don't know. It's just, there's something weird about it. It's constantly bringing up people's names and it's like a form of insecurity to me, and I don't know.
Because it's very important to them that you know that they know these people.
Well, now when you're hanging out with all of your guy friends, when you're off on a, fishing trip or a golf trip or just hanging out at the cigar bar, do all of your friends kind of talk about how much money they're spending here and there and what their cars are? Is this regular guy talk amongst you and your men friends?
I mean, we just talk about our lives and I don't know, and when we date and stuff we do, it's just normal. I don't know.
I do feel like guys who like to swing their dicks around tend to attract other guys who like to swing their dicks around,
Yeah.
He will not have a hard time finding someone.
So having said that, there's obviously no chance of a second date, correct?
No, not for me.
I'm insulted. I don't even want to go on a second date with Nikki.
Okay. Well, it was entertaining talking to you, Shane.
For sure. And good luck out there.
Oh, did you hang up?
Probably.
Yeah, he's gone.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you were very kind and patient, and I thought very measured in your response.
Agreed.
I don't know. He seems pretty hurt, but he'll get over it.
I think he will get over it.
I think he'll be just fine.
For the right amount of money, he'll get over it.
And he will find a woman out there that will, because this guy friend that I'm thinking about has a wife that just adores him and doesn't seem to mind one little bit.
Oh, good.
So
right, there you go.
There you go. There'll be
he
one
won't
out
have
there.
any problem finding someone. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Is he a pretty good looking dude?
Yeah, he's good looking. Yeah. Dresses really nice. Yeah.
So he said he presents well.
He does. He's not lying. He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and best of luck to you, although I don't think you're going to need it.
Nope.
Aw, thank you.